Good afternoon and welcome to another session of Thumbs Up Charter Services Behind the Scenes. Captain Karl Burnside here. And yes, my appearance, I do have one of my favorite work shirts on. My wife absolutely hates this shirt. The other day she tried throwing it out. She sent me a text message saying, "Is it really necessary to keep this shirt with a picture of it?" And I texted back yes. Because when I come to jobs like this, and today we're going to discuss removing windshields from boats, or actually windshields from any application. It's kind of a general type thing. When you get a bunch of the black butyl stuff all over you, your wife is going to be happy, or your loved one will be, that you're wearing a shirt like this, because it really doesn't matter, and that's why I keep the shirt for. But as you can see, we're removing the windshields out of the Ambrose. Now, this one was broken, it was cracked, it had a bunch of cracks in it. I've already removed it. It's blazing hot in here today. It's probably about 98 degrees. Which is a good thing because that butyl was really soft and it makes it easier. So we're removing these windshields for a couple of reasons. The first one's cracked, but they also got a tint to them, and I don't want tint in those windows because they're a windshield. We're going to replace it with a polycarbonate pane, and there's a couple of reasons why we're doing that. Well, first of all, the strength of it, because we've actually got to drill some holes to mount some windshield wipers. Second fact is we had the tin on them. And the third thing is the safety factor. Polycarbonate is just about indestructible, which is a great thing. And I don't think that these windows, from what I've looked at, in fact I could guarantee you, they weren't safety glass. I don't see any laminate between layers. It looks like this is a simple piece of pane glass that they put in, and then they put window tint over the inside of them, a slight tint. And, you know, being 50 years old, that's pretty common, you know, to find older boats that could potentially be like that. Could have been replaced by somebody, could have been that way from the factory, I don't know. But the glass is not etched with tempered or safety glass, which is an issue. So we're going to show you on this other windshield that isn't broken. I guess I'll keep it. It's always good as a spare. I might keep both of them. I don't like to throw things like that out. But we're going to take that one out too, just to get ready for new windshields, and we'll show you the process. And three basic successful things you need here: patience, some windshield removal tools, okay, especially if you don't want the glass to break. And one of the windshield removal tools is not your foot. And then safety glasses, by all means, safety glasses. 35 years ago, I had a windshield in a Slipcraft that was tempered glass. So that's the kind that breaks into a bunch of little pieces. And I wasn't even really doing anything around it. I was kind of doing it next to it on the side, and apparently that frame was stressed. And I simply pushed on the frame, and that windshield exploded on me in a billion pieces. It sounded like a 22 going off, a 22 rifle. So I'm glad I have my safety glasses on, because otherwise I probably would have had glass in my eyes. So always wear safety glasses. Just to mention that the other type of glass you could run into is what they call safety glass. That's where you have layers of glass, and like that composite layer between them that, you know, the glass breaks. It doesn't shatter, but it's held together by like gum, right? Translucent gum. It's like a membrane between the glass. So anyways, we're going to get to this right away. And we're going to show you what we did to prep the window to take it out, and then we'll show you the final removal process. We're going to give you guys a bird's eye view right up here. Here we go. Okay, so here's our port side windshield, windscreen, whatever you'd like to call it. And how we prepped this was, there was a bunch of caulk or glazing material that went all the way around this windshield, all the surfaces on the outside. And what we did first was we simply took a disposable knife, carefully and patiently came in here and cut that on each side all the way around to the point that we could carefully remove it. Most of it just came out by hand. Some of it I had to use a gentle persuasion of a screwdriver to get it out. So we did that all the way around the windshield. Now the windshield is still held in on this channel. There's an adhesion bond between the glass right here and the inner part of the aluminum channel with butyl. It looks like it was butyl tape they used. That would be appropriate for just about all of these for the time frame given. Butyl tape isn't used too much anymore. Preference is urethane. Comes in a caulking gun. We'll go over how to properly apply urethane to get a good bond when we actually install these windshields at a later date. But for intents and purposes right now, windshields could be butyl if they're older, sealed with butyl or retained, or on newer applications. I would say since maybe the early 90s and up on most automobiles, to give you an example, is probably a urethane. So it doesn't matter either way. Urethane to me is a little bit tougher to get out because the stuff is tough. It's meant to be. It's pliable but tough. Butyl, if you have a hot day like we have today, it's time to take advantage of that weather because it'll become gummy and soft and it's easier to get cut through. So next thing we're going to do is set you up, and I'm going to go inside the boat. I'm going to set you up over here, and so you get kind of a view of what I'm doing. And we're going to show you the tools that you're going to need to do this. And then we will take the glass out. Welcome to the bow of the Ambrose. So this is the windshield we're going to take out on the port side. A couple tools you're going to need. Here is a cutting tool for adhesive, windshield adhesive. It's got a point on it, so you can dig in, grab in tight corners and pull it along. So the idea is you want to insert this entire thing as far as you can between the windshield and the frame down through the butyl, and then start giving her a pull, okay? The second tool is for those tough situations, and I like using this one a lot. I can put it like this. Same idea, put this down into the butyl or the adhesive down along the windshield frame between the window and the frame, and you can give it a good pull. So what you really got to do is you got to find a place in here, and it should be pretty easy, where you can insert this between the windshield and the frame. Sometimes it gets a little tight if somebody pressed on it. Don't try forcing it in. Go to another point. There's got to be a point somewhere where you can get these in and get started. And once you do that, start drawing, you can come up to that area that's tight and just pull right through it and get the thing loose. Okay? So I'm going to throw some safety glasses on here. We're going to pop this thing out. Okay. I'm going to start. Get that up in there. I'm going to try to start over in this corner. On the bottom, I have a tight situation in this corner that I can't use this tool. I'm going to have to start with this one over in that corner because of the length of the dash gets wider over here. So this actually gets interference and won't work. So I'm going to try to do the bottom first with this tool. Then I'll switch over to the hand pull tool and try to get the rest of it out. Here we go. Insert it. Give it a pull. All right, that was a relatively easy first pull. We're going to do it again. Okay. I will mention too, not a bad idea if you want to wear gloves in this. I'm not, but that's me, not you. You should be. I would recommend, if you've never done this before, wear gloves. You don't know when this thing's going to break. You don't want to get cut. Okay? So I'm going to switch over to this other tool, come up the side, over the top and down, and see what we can get done. switch over to the other side, do the same thing. Again, I ran out of room, switchy tools. Going back to the other side, give it another pull. Oh yeah, windshield's definitely loose. So the last place I've got to do here is across the top. I'm going to try that tool on it. Okay, we're going to see if I was successful here. Gently push on the glass. Looks like I'm still stuck down here on the bottom. Give it another pull. There we go. Well, I guess it's out. I guess it's a good thing I pulled this. I didn't notice a small crack down here. It was in the butyl. And as I started pushing on a little bit, I could see it and I watched that crack go zoop. So, polycarbonate is the solution. We'll get this all the way out. All right. So we got both our old windshields removed, and like I say, we'll be cutting some polycarbonate sheet that we bought to make new windshields, and we're going to show you that in the install episode, how to cut those and install them using urethane, something modern. But first we got to get this boat stripped, and then we got to get it painted. That is the big task at hand. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a bigger task than fixing the transom, and we're working on that right now. What I haven't showed you that you'll see in some episodes coming up is we actually have the transom going back together right now. Just kind of a sneak peek spoiler thing for you. That'll be coming out here pretty soon, probably by the mid to end of August. You'll start to see the episodes. It's going to be at least 4 or 5 episodes. It was a lot of work. But yeah, once we get this thing painted, we'll cut the polycarbonate, show you how to do that. You can do it at home. You don't have to pay big bucks to do this. And you can do it without chipping it. Polycarbonate is a really good substance to cut. It's pretty forgiving. And then we'll install them. So, hope you enjoyed this. It was a bit short of an episode. Hopefully maybe there's some helpful information. If you've never seen a windshield or windscreen taken out before, Capt. Karl Burnside from Thumbs Up Charter Services, where we are wild for walleye. Visit us on the web, thumbsupcharter.com. Visit us on Facebook at Thumbs Up Charter Services. Like us, follow us. We'd love to have you. Or see us at Google at Thumbs Up Charter Services in Bayport That's Bay and Port, 2 words, or Seaway, Michigan. We'll talk to you again soon, folks. Until then, take care.